Welcome back, y'all. It's your girl Des here at Keep Winning. I first off want to say thank you so much to everyone that tuned in to the first episode. All of the love and all of the great feedback meant so much to me and to what we're trying to do here together. So thank you guys so much for coming back with me, episode 2, baby. If you guys haven't yet, please check out the conversation that I got to do with my dad as my virtual date in honor of Valentine's Day. That is available now. So make sure after this, you guys go and catch that. I just quick note about it. I am so grateful that I got to do that with my dad. And that I got to capture that moment in time with him. So just an encouragement to anybody. We're getting older, and as we get older, our parents are getting older. So if they're still in your life, this is the time to cherish those moments. So I just want to throw that out there in case for anything. It doesn't have to be for anything. You know what I'm saying? Just for you to have as a special moment to keep for yourself and your family and to have that forever. That is the goal with everything. So yeah, make it happen, y'all. Anyways, again, we have 3 different points, and I want to start off with a story for my first point, but I also want to touch on this really quick. So I want to keep this as BTS as possible. I understand that through social media, a lot of the times we're shown the highlight reel. You want to see my highlight reel? You can check my personal Instagram out, right? But I try and be as balanced as possible. But for here, I want to be as transparent and as vulnerable to really help somebody out here. So that is the goal for this and everything. And so just wanted to preface that because these past 2 weeks have been a little rough. It's been a mix of good and bad, but I'm happy to share in hopes that this helps somebody. So first point today, I want to start off by telling a story. Please, please, please just humor me, follow along. This is going to be so random, but I promise you it's going to make sense in the end. Okay. So at my job, I have become the designated cake cutter. Random. I know. But it started because one day somebody brought a cake because it was somebody's birthday. We're all in there. We're singing happy birthday, yada, yada. I'm thinking like whoever's cake it is should cut the cake. Maybe that's my own understanding. I don't know. Maybe I made it up. It makes sense though, right? You all tell me. And so like everybody's waiting for somebody to cut the cake. And then that person was like, I'm not really good at cutting cake. Like, can somebody else cut the cake? Everybody's looking around. We're staring at each other. Like, it's not, we want cake. Like, can somebody cut the cake? Right. And so I'm like, I'll cut the cake. I'll cut the cake, serve the cake. Is there ice cream? We'll put the ice cream on there. That's just normal. If you are a Pacific Islander kid, person, whatever, you've had, a thing or two about cutting a cake and serving it. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, yeah, bet. Like, let me cut this cake up real quick. Bada boom, bada bang. We done did the thing. And like everybody was genuinely like, yo, where did you learn how to cut a cake so well? And I'm like, are they trying to be funny or what? Like, this is very normal. And they were literally, legitimately, genuinely, like, very much like complimenting the skill, right? So here's the thought. Told you it was going to make sense. So, and I'm just going to say it, whatever. Forget it. Short story. Okay. Being brought up Polynesian taught me how to win in the small ways that go a long way. I'll repeat it. Okay. Being brought up Samoan, Polynesian, taught me how to win in the small ways that go a long way. I think that's a testament to my parents and to like my village. But I think a general consensus of Pacific Islander and Polynesian people would agree that being brought up in a Polynesian household has benefited them to win in the small ways that go a really, really long way. Like cutting the cake is a very small thing, right? But people don't know how to cut a cake. And so that is a very small example of what we grew up doing that goes a long way as we continue throughout our lives, right? And so something bigger maybe is our work ethic. We have a very strong work ethic. We're great on teams because we had to, at a very young age, learn how to share and be teammates and do chores. Like, okay, even if you only had like one sibling, you had hella cousins and you had to share with those cousins and you had to do chores with those cousins. You had to be a team, okay? And then also, we are known for also playing sports. Not all of us, but a general, you know what I'm saying? We're playing something. I don't care. You may be shooting something. You was outside playing, period. Okay. And then we're also able to listen, to comprehend because of the whole, like, seen, not heard thing. I know that's touchy for some people, but that is a skill. Being able to listen first and then react is a skill. And I feel like that is very prominent in growing up in a Polynesian household. But also there's the emphasis of God and family. I can't tell you guys how many times I've had people outside of our community come up to me and tell me that they've grown up with people or they know my family and they're always like, I wish my family dynamic was like yours. I wish my siblings and us like got along the same as you and your siblings. I wish my family showed up the way that your family shows up for you. Things like that. Like, I know I'm not alone in the way that people have come up to me in that way. Every other Polynesian that I've ever met in my life has been so respectful. Like, you guys are such a warm people. Like, y'all, it's a superpower out here at this point. Like, in my opinion, like, it has helped me to really, really, really win the small things that help me go a long way. And so sometimes I feel like in social media we get a little tied up um with the things that like we want to change, and there's an emphasis on the things that we want to change, and that is amazing. We cannot stop that forward movement, but in the same breath we also need to remember that we have such strong good bones and such a great foundation in our culture that we also need to bring forth and continue to do, because I think we do that really well. And just giving thanks to our elders at this point, like, just to tie up this thought, in the ways that they came here, um, uh, to for us to be able to grow and to flourish out here in America, right? And so thank you for those ceilings, and may we all continue to build on top of those ceilings, um, to create that generational wealth that I feel like all of us are trying to do. Um, and so I just needed to emphasize that. I've been just like wrestling with this thought because I am so happy to be Polynesian. I'm so happy to come from where I come from, and have my parents and have my family behind me, because they support me so much. And a lot of you guys are my family. So thank you guys for listening. And if you agree, tap in and leave a comment on this. But yeah, just thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you to everybody before us. And also, just a little, let's remember, some of us have only been here for like 2 to 3 generations. Okay. Like, there have been other cultures who have been here for generations and generations. So us being able to comprehend that much within the short amount of time that we have been here, come on. Come on, we're on the right track here. We're doing pretty solid, if you ask me. We're doing pretty solid, because generational wealth is not only financial wealth. It's mentally, you know what I'm saying? And I think a lot of those things need to be worked through at the same time. And so I am here for the forward movement, but let's not forget to stay rooted in the ways that our culture has taught us to win. Period. Okay, so number 2, with love. Okay. I need to take a breath before this one, because this is the one that like really, really had me in a doozy these past 2 weeks. So if you've ever had a soul tie, and if you are over 20 at least, you've had to have a soul tie by now. And I'm talking about an intimate soul tie. So this may come a little bit different if this is just like a friend or like a twin flame kind of thing. Anyways, coming back to the soul tie. So I actually was delivered out of a soul tie. I, man, I've been praying about this specific person for a very long time. And what it comes down to is it was my own flesh and my own ego that held me back and kept me attached to this person. Um, Me and this person have gone through a lot of things. We've grown as people over the past couple of years. And um, when it came down to that moment where it was like, yo, like this is the time. And okay, I'll be kind of specific because I don't think this person will watch this. But um I actually got and I talked about this on the story on the Keep Winning for the virtual date. Somebody said to do an interview or do a virtual date with an ex that I'm not on terrible terms with. Sorry, I'm getting all tongue tied. And so I was like, that's such a great idea. Like, let me do this person, right? This person is my soul tie. I hit him up. And like I said, like he texted me and was like, and we've had conversations about this before about like meeting other people and like making things like work out, kind of thing. And so he let me know that he was interested in somebody else and getting to know them. And prior to that knowledge, I already was feeling like I need to just end this because this is not for me. And this is just taking up space where I could be giving it to and just have it open, like not giving it to anything else, but just being open. Right. And so um, this person let me know. And at that time, I was like, this is it, girl. This is the moment. It's time to let go. Like, this is what you needed in order to really like cut the cord. And you don't have to cut the cord. God is going to do it for you. That was me talking to myself. And so um I wish it could have been a phone call, but uh it wasn't, and that's okay because it still happened. And so I just sent a voicemail uh like just thanking him and like being like, yo, you should really pursue this, and I don't want to be an option for you to hit up. Like, I don't want you to check on me. First of all, side note, what is up with guys and wanting to check up on you? Like, don't check up on me. Go and live your life. Like, oh my gosh, like I'm over it. I'm over it. Young girlies in the chat, okay? In the episode, don't let these men have that access to you in the ways of just like checking up on you, because they'll be relentless, girl. Like, just end it. And I am learning this, and so that's why I'm trying to share with y'all what I've learned. You don't need to hold on to it, okay? So anyways, boom, cut it off, said my goodbye, and that was it. I think at that very moment, I thought I was going to be sadder than what I was, and I wasn't. And that's how you know. That's how you know something ain't for you, and that you've been holding on for too long. Because obviously, I'm mourning a loss, right? There's mixed emotions, but when I look back, I thought I was gonna be sadder. I thought I was gonna be a little bit more hurt, but I wasn't, because I didn't need to lean on that for comfort. I could lean onto my faith and to my practicing that I've been doing, and like being in the word. And not that it's a trade-off, but I mean, it's way better than being stuck in this, right? And so um so it was just it was so good for me. And I'm like, I'm still like I'm still going through, I'm still like in a healing moment, but I thought it was going to hurt a lot more than what it did, and I'm so thankful that it did. Praise Jesus. So anyways, just to wrap up this thought, um I was listening to a sermon in the past 2 weeks, and this man said, healing is found in the helping. And so when he said that, I was like, bruh, this makes so much sense. being able to heal from different relationships that I've been in and have encountered situationships, just talking and getting to know people, understanding people over time, understanding myself over time, the way that I was able to heal, even in that past year, was dropping that book. The way that I've been able to heal currently is doing this. Oh my gosh, it's all making sense, right? Like this is all helping me heal. And so if you are in a space or in a time where you are trying to heal from something, it is best to find ways that are helping others, helping yourself to just get out of that cave of loneliness and and just just get out of it. And it's also good for you to receive help from others. So that's somewhere where I struggle. So I'm saying this to myself, but also to you. If you are like me, it is okay for those people that are around you, that you love and that you trust and that trust and love you, to let them help you out of it. Don't ever feel like you're lonely, because you're not. You have your people around you. Use them. That's why God put them there. Sorry, this is a little lengthy, but this is it. We've come to the final book of episode 2. And that is and this second one is a good segue into the last one, which is addressing seasons. In a different sermon, I heard the pastor say, changing your reason can change your season. Your mind is probably going all over the place right now, because mine was when I heard this too. This can be applied to so many different things. And let me just put it into perspective really quick, because I feel like sometimes we've had the same reason for so long, and we're wondering, why hasn't this season changed? It's because the reason hasn't changed. We are not the same people we were 3 years ago, 5 years ago. I'm not the same person I was even 8 months ago. I really am not. And so as you're developing in these seasons, your reasons also have to develop and change. Right? Boom, mic drop. I'm definitely going to cut this one, but like it's so important that the weight of the reason also matches the weight of the next season that God is going to bring you into. And so that's that for this episode. I hope that these help in some way. I hope you guys are having a great week so far. And if you're not, sis, bro, we're almost there. We're almost there, family. So let's keep it together just for a little bit longer until we can get to our Sabbaths and rest. Praise Jesus. But yeah, if you guys have any questions, comments about this episode, I would love to hear it. Also, if you guys just have any questions in general about me and just want to know something to talk about on here, y'all let me know. Otherwise, thank you guys so much for tuning in. I love our chats. I love our conversations, and I love you. Yes. But yeah, hope you guys have a blessed night, day, whichever time you're listening to this. This is Keep Winning with Des. Bye, guys.